Alright, hello and welcome to Allies of Justice, week 22. How's everybody doing?
We're doing good.
Fantastic.
Fab.
We've all come back from the holidays and we have been rejuvenated.
Well, I haven't necessarily come back. I'm still on a ship that's still
Going to
giving
sink.
me. Yeah. Well, no, it's not gonna sink. It's just
Wait, which ship is it? Is it Capsule Shrimp? Ship? I can't talk.
no. It's the MS.
No, that
it's,
ship has sailed.
MSC.
Ship's already sailed.
No, it's an it's an MSC. Yeah. Yeah. Well.
You shouldn't, you fucking mong.
Okay.
Wow, would anyone like to hear my entire address, pin code, the whole fuck you. No.
Oh, I'm pretty sure no one can get that since you're in Australia.
Yeah, no one will
It's
be
a
able to.
franchise. They can't tell what ship I'm on.
I'm the only
I'm sure
person-
Ice Poseidon thought that when he got on his airplane.
I'm the only person who lives on the entire
Who's trying to
continent.
assassinate PJ?
Me.
Oh.
Yeah, well,
He said try.
Whoa, no one's worried
we'll
about
send
you.
a
You're in
squad of
Australia.
snipers just because he treated Yazzie poorly.
It's the wrong person.
So instead
No,
of
actually, no.
doing all that,
Hey, I'm Carmen
anything
Sandiego.
interesting
That's
happen with
where
your
I am.
guys' holiday period?
Yeah, I had a
Really?
good time. I went to France. I shot guns. I pet dogs. Good time.
See, my question there is, shotguns in France, how the hell?
At a shooting
Because hunting licenses and also in the countryside in France, the laws are go fuck yourself and they don't care.
Well, that certainly sounds like France. Okay then.
I got a new monitor for Christmas. It's beautiful.
Nice.
I got some of my favorite movies, a bunch of books that I wanted, and a poster, some clothes, a scarf, and I hung out with my friends. Awesome.
Sounds like fun.
Yeah. Oh, I
Got a
also got
couple
money.
games.
Yeah, I got money too.
Your
I didn't know that.
Monopoly money.
Yeah, I got Monopoly money.
For the greater part of my Christmas, I did nothing.
Yeah, you spent it by yourself, didn't you?
Yeah.
Aw.
I would have invited you to my Christmas.
You have a family. Don't be like that. You have a family. You spend time.
Not when they all leave the
Okay.
state for him.
I
What
don't-
did you
some-
get your
some
nephew and
people
how
like,
excited was he?
Some people like having Christmases by themselves.
I
Yeah,
got
but you
my
know he got
nephew
something.
the presence of mind that he is my nephew.
Good.
Oh, I commissioned art for like the first time in
Come on, let me
years.
Oh, nice.
enjoy him.
As I did that as a gift to my girlfriend. Thankfully, she liked it. I was worried that I would fuck the character up, but I didn't. So hey, that was good.
Yeah.
In reality, I got him a Lego train thing
Aw.
Should have bought him nothing.
and a bubble wand.
When I
Hey,
say
I
nothing,
remember
I mean
getting
like
a.
you should have literally bought him nothing. Not spend any money on him, but like literally just buy him a big box of nothing inside.
He'd probably
Why?
enjoy that.
Oh, okay.
Exactly. Tiny little babies. It's just like a big box. Like they'd fucking love that shit. They'd be
Like-
super happy.
You know that meme that was going around like, it's an avocado? They're amused by everything.
No.
They probably would enjoy it.
What, little kids?
Yeah, little
Yeah.
kids.
What?
I mean, I don't know
Kids
about
are
that.
basically puppies, right?
There are some things that some kids
Wait.
go a bit
Wait.
crazy.
So what are you saying there? Kelsey likes little kids.
Oh my god.
She's always liked
Like-
kids.
She's
like
loved
for
kids.
example, like my niece, like my sisters bought a fucking one of those bouncy ball castle thingies, like the tiny ones that you can inflate, right?
That's
and like,
actually
were
what
freaking
he
nuts.
got to when he went to my aunt's for Christmas. He got a bouncy house. Actually, I think two. And a bunch of plastic balls so he can have a little miniature bouncy ball house for him. So
They'll go everywhere and it will be a nightmare.
Yes.
sounds like
You,
fun.
you're always such a.
If you don't take
positive-
videos of
you're
that and
such a
post it on your
positive
Facebook,
mindset.
I will be so disappointed.
We'll see. But, relishing our holiday thoughts, who wants to do the recap of what happened last time on Allies of Justice? Also, as a side note, everybody's cams off is intentional. Philip's having internet issues and having to pay for data, so you're trying to do minimalistic for today's session. So, back to what I was saying.
Thank you, everyone.
Who wants to do the recap?
No.
I won't either. There, the only time I did it, I fucked it up.
I don't remember.
Yeah, Philip, do it.
Please.
So, what happened at the very first beginning of last session, Naomi and Adze went back inside as Akko decided to... Actually, no, he didn't first decide to go outside. First, Jacob Jaffe finally came in. Talked to us about the job, about the caravan job, saying that the... what's the name? The clients were coming back into... Not back in, but into the last catch at some point later on in the day. So you have to wait there for another couple hours, but you know, eventually they came around. Akko was in an alley when the client's retainer decided to test his metal and threw him through a wall. That was interesting. Literally. And after that little display of might and Naomi calming her down, she introduced herself as said retainer, and the client came in of a I was gonna say woman, but we don't really know that yet. So Moulin? Was it Moulin? Moulin. That was it. Moulin.
Kite did call her ma'am. So
Yeah, that's
Right,
true.
but how do we know that that's not an elaborate trick that she's still pulling on us?
Maybe she's just fucking really into some fetish.
How do we
shit.
know
I don't
that Kite doesn't
Don't know.
pronounce man in a weird way?
Oh, ooh.
oh,
Right, you see.
In
what I
any
mean?
case.
Getting screwed.
In any case, so they introduced themselves. Kite as the retainer, Moulin as the client. They took us out to said caravan to discuss exactly what we were going through in terms of the routes. Yaji was able to pick apart the route and tell them, like, actually this might be a pretty good way. They're like, oh, maybe, okay, well, we'll see. And so that's where we ended up with that, and we discussed placement of people during the caravan's travels. After that, everyone kind of went off to do their own thing. Adze and Naomi stayed behind to discuss. Well, actually, first, Adze asked if Naomi wanted to say goodbye to Noah, which she did after calling him on her rape whistle and Adze getting bodied into the mud. But it turns out it was all a misunderstanding, and Noah helped him up, and then after that, Noah and Naomi said their goodbyes, and Noah kissed
Really?
Naomi on the hand, which got Adze a little peeved. But then it was made up for when he and Naomi then started to practice with the dagger. In the meantime, Akko went over to talk to Kite. She was trying to fix the wall, and Akko, sliding into them DMs, what?
What? No.
Was able to smooth things over with her. We'll see where that goes. I ship it so hard. Anyway, so they fix up the wall. After that, turns out that Mr. what's his name? Vedran can't keep his dick in his pants and had sex with his wife yet again. Apparently it was twice now in the same day.
You don't
Jesus,
know.
man.
You don't know.
We don't know. We don't know.
There's no proof.
There's no proof.
But after that, he was just looking out, and what's her Rico just informing Veteran that, oh, Naomi, she has some potential. We're like, oh, that's neat. Let's get to the juicy bits. So a certain Kaikeora decided to say goodbye to her new friend of Mr. Cap. And Mr. Cap was very, very, very cordial, very nice. He was talking to Miss Babadook about certain issue. I can't remember exactly what, but talking to her and informed her of informed Miss, what's her name? God, I'm forgetting your name. Crystal. Informed Crystal. I think he had to leave to go. I think Cap had to leave to go somewhere along with us having to leave, but I don't know exactly that. But anyway, let's get to the main bit of that. So he offered her to keep his brother's bracelets so that she can return it to him once they come back. And Chris was like, oh yeah, sure, I'm so honored. And then he said, so can you put it on me? And after that, I squeed. I will not lie. It was pretty great. And I believe that Cap squeed inside. Yeah, it was the best. I loved it.
That last week was basically a freaking fan service episode.
Yeah.
It was. And then after that, she gave him a big old hug, which was just adorable. So after that, cut back to Adze and Naomi. They're training. She actually got off a 1 on a D100, which is actually good when it comes to trying to hit things. And she actually was able to cut Adze. It was like, oh yeah, good job. But then she fainted at the sight of blood. So Adze had to, support her, having to carry her to Crystal to see, like, okay, is she okay? But everything was fine. After that, Akko and Kite made their way back to everyone, as well did Vedran and Rico. As everyone came back to the caravan, turns out Farah, yeah, that's how you pronounce the name. Farah is actually the other occupant of this caravan. She's going to be leaving to go to another village. And we're just like, oh, well, at least we got to say, goodbye on the trip. And so that's how things left off with Adze. I was about to say Asteron. God damn it, not going to do that in this game. Adze heading out front of the thing to view exactly any sort of dangers in our wake. Yaji up at the rear, and Crystal and Naomi, I believe, in the middle, with Akko at the front, with Kite heading off the those animal things. I forget exactly what they're called, but yeah, that was essentially the session, I believe.
The horse things, whatever the heck. I keep forgetting if they're horses or what.
No, they're... I don't know the word, but... six-legged, reptilian-looking rhino things called Garnoxes.
Okay.
So,
That just
Also,
leaves me more questions, but whatever.
Okay, also, by the way, with
It's
the
a sci-fi
audio,
world with advanced creatures.
also with the audio, just telling you it's a lot better now. I've only used up 7 megabytes so far, so good on you.
Sweet.
It helped
That was after,
a lot.
that was after
outside.
very lengthy part from you, so...
Yeah.
so,
Yeah, it's no longer 80 megabytes.
as we gather and open up the scene, the camera moves through the clouds to a slightly overcast view. The sun's already started to go down, much to what you all expected, since you guys decided to travel at the end of the day. Moving through the night air, you see bats and different nocturnal creatures starting to stir about and take flight to reclaim the land as their own, with the sun going down. And with it, our camera follows one until it moves past one of the trees and out towards the beach, where the camera stops there, following the small train, well, relatively small, with the Garnox in front, Akko and Kite currently holding onto its reins, keeping it tethered and on a straight path. Out in front, Adze walking ahead, just keeping an eye out. Yaji making a mid-approach, staying next to the forest, keeping an eye out on everything. While Crystal and Naomi sit inside one of the wagons, currently just looking amongst the darkening visage of the area. Wow. Vedran
God damn it.
makes his way up in the back.
I wasn't in the back.
Yeah, I was supposed to be in the back.
Yeah, I was supposed to be in the middle.
Yeah, you're supposed to be with Naomi and Crystal.
Yeah, I was
And
supposed to
swap
be-
those areas.
This is gonna get so confusing.
No, it's not.
We got this.
As
Yeah, we got
Should
Vertigo.
we
With
just
that-
lay out the tokens?
we open up the scene. Currently, a cool wind starts to take over as everyone is still traveling along the wagon. And those that slept and woke up at the regular time, it's starting to get late to the point where you're starting to get a little drowsy as time begins to pass. Who wants to take the seat?
I don't
Akko.
mind, but when did we actually sleep?
At the regular time to sleep at night. And now it's another night. So you've been up for an entire day.
Okay.
Can I say that Naomi most of this time has been spending trying to communicate with Farah, like learning some easy sign language stuff?
If that's what you want to do at this time, yes.
Yes,
Crystal would be doing the same.
just being girls, having fun.
So Crystal,
Learn sign
the scene
language.
opens up with Crystal, Farah, and Naomi sitting in the third cart, or the fourth cart. Currently just conversing with her as she's just riding back and forth. And that's where we open up the scene here.
Naomi will attempt to say my name is Naomi in sign language. Am I doing this right?
A voiceless laugh would come from Farah as she just puts a hand over her mouth and just begins to smile and just shake her head no.
I really thought I had it that time.
And for the purposes of Farah talking for this scene, just assume she's always writing it down. So I don't have to say it every time. But Farah would say, "You did good, you have to do it exactly as I say. What you actually said there is, hello, my name is..." How was it? You're getting better.
Okay. I can do this.
Crystal?
Crystal would try to do the same thing. Just try to say, hello, my name is Crystal. Just copy her.
She'd
How
give
about
a,
that?
she'd give a nod, just like, it was slightly incorrect, but very much better.
Crystal would just nod to herself and keep practicing.
You must be very smart.
She is smart. She's the healer of the group.
Thank you.
I never got to properly say this before, but thank you for helping me. You and the group.
Of course. Couldn't leave you there.
Helping is what we do.
Thanks, bestie, she says as she leans in and just hugs Naomi.
It's adorable.
Naomi happily returns the hug.
Crystal, something has been eating at you since you've been here. Like, as you all have been moving, the sound coming from her bags give off... Actually, that's not Crystal here, it's Naomi. I think you have passive listen. Or do you have spot?
Yeah, I have aware.
Listen. Alright. So, her bags give off the obvious tell of sheathed metal and whatnot coming from it. So that'd be something you would be aware of.
Okay.
So why are you all traveling this way again? Is it just to stay with the caravan, or are you moving too?
We're just helping to protect the caravan.
So you'll be returning afterwards.
Crystal would nod. Yeah.
Well, I do hope that you come and visit again. And apologize for trying to sneak out. I've never really been good at parting ways.
Oh, we'll definitely visit.
Of course we will.
She'd smile, holding on to Naomi's hand and giving you like a slight squeeze. If it's any consolation, I did give Grabiel a note to give to you all.
Naomi thinks to herself. She did meet her, right? Just briefly.
I think very briefly.
Yeah, I think
she the one with the
kind
wings?
of met her. Yeah.
Farah would nod. She was taking care of me and overseeing that my recovery went well. I think you may have met her at the funeral.
Oh, yes. I remember her. She kind of sticks out, so...
Yeah, she's really pretty.
She is.
I wish I had wings.
Yeah, it'd be so nice to be able to fly everywhere.
Crystal, why are you so quiet?
Oh, I just don't really have anything to say. I'm just listening.
Well, if you don't have anything to say about that, she'd let go of Naomi and reach out holding Crystal's hand. You have to talk about this. As she gestures to the bracelet.
Oh no.
Oh, yes.
I
I want to
knew
know,
you were
too. Naomi
Oh,
says
you-
excitedly.
Crystal would just look at it. There's really nothing to talk about. It's my
Farah
friend.
would quickly just like move shoulder to your side next to you.
My friend gave it to me, and
A friend?
yeah, Cap. Cap's
A
over
boy.
there. Crystal would kind of like sigh. Yes, a boy.
He's the one who took you for a walk on the beach, isn't he?
Yeah.
Farah's mouth
You-
would drop. You've already had a first date?
It wasn't a date. It wasn't a date.
Look at her, she's turning red. No way, she can't turn red. What?
turning purple.
Okay,
No,
violet. She's
let's-
turning violet.
Wait, her point's
Yeah,
clear.
remember.
Whatever.
Okay, you have to give us every single detail.
We were just. He wanted to go for a walk on the beach as friends, and I just thought it would be nice to see the rest of Elk before we left. And
Is
we
he
talked
handsome?
I mean, he's. She doesn't. She. You can tell that her blush actually does kind of deepen. I don't want to answer that. He's nice.
Farah just like locks arms with you and like hugs you on your arm. It's like, I see your cheeks darkening. Naomi,
Can
you
we-
would too.
I don't want to talk about this. Can we talk about something else?
We've avoided conversations left and right. This is one I think that you can go through.
Chris will just sigh. He's just a friend.
A friend that gives gifts.
I mean,
And is a boy.
Adzay's a boy and he gave you gifts.
Farah would begin to blush at that.
Oh boy.
That's different. He was just being nice.
Exactly. Cap was just being nice.
Yeah, but Adzay didn't take me on a date.
It wasn't a date.
It sounds like it was a date.
Oh god. Krista would just like cover her face just to hide the blush that keeps growing.
Fine, if it wasn't a date, and it was just a gift for friends, do you like him?
She would just stop and not answer for a while. No, I don't do love.
Farah just raise a brow, look at your dress, and then look back at you with the brow still raised. Have you been drinking on Naomi's stash?
Shh, we don't talk about that.
Well, what do you mean?
You are love. What do you mean you don't do love?
Yes, you're a priestess of Swan, right?
Yeah, I know that. It's complicated.
Just like your feelings for this cat fellow. What does he do?
He works at the jailhouse.
Oh, so he's dependable.
I mean,
Is he strong?
I don't know. She would just sigh again. He's really nice, and he's a friend, and just a friend.
Farah would give Naomi a look.
Naomi,
Yeah.
gives the same look back.
You guys could like notice that she's been avoiding your eye contact this entire time, just trying not to look at you guys.
I think that Crystal has a crush.
Her eyes would widen. I do not have a crush.
I mean, all you have to do is just see how you act around him and we can confirm it, right? You should bring him down next time you guys come.
He's very busy. He's working on a case currently. He doesn't have time.
You know that much about him already. Farah
So
would
have you
give
discussed future plans?
Farah would give Naomi another look with that statement too.
Crystal wouldn't really answer.
It's around this time Vedran would move to the wagon and lift the tarp up and make his way inside after being out there for a while.
He just sees like Farah holding on to Crystal's arm, Naomi like on her stomach with her hands propping her head up, just looking at Crystal.
And Crystal
having,
blushing.
Secret conversations or something?
No, no, not at all.
No.
Just girl talk.
Yeah, girl talk.
Well, that would fall under secret conversations. Just a certain type of secret conversation.
Farah would just give Naomi and Crystal a look.
So, how's it looking out there?
Cold. To be honest, I don't really know what to particularly look for. I don't know what would look out of place. To me, everything looks out of place here.
Are we still walking on the beach?
I don't know, are we still walking on the beach? Yeah, we're still on the beach.
Well, hopefully, whoever they are makes true to a word on getting there within 2 days.
I imagine they want to be there as soon as possible. They have no reason to wait around. We have no reason to believe that they'd want to take any longer than they'd have to.
Have you spoke with the others yet?
Not particularly. They seem to be having their own conversations. I didn't really want to interrupt.
I suppose that's... So,
Go on.
Farah would say, well, write down. It's like, so I suppose that's particularly kind of you then.
Suppose. I mean, I'm still new, so I don't really want to step on any toes just yet.
Farah would privately write to Naomi. And Crystal, you'd probably be able to write this. Or should we ask him what he thinks about Crystal's possible not crush?
Naomi nods.
Oh,
He is
boy.
a married man, he would know.
No, how about we don't?
So what
Crystal,
are you going
if you
on?
really don't want her to, you need to roll a diplomacy. Or
No.
intimidate, whichever you choose.
Yeah, if you're
Oh,
just
no.
a bad person, you can
Yeah.
intimidate.
Are you a shitter?
Hey, I use intimidate often. Fuck you.
Yeah, but in a scenario like this, intimidate's exactly the nicest of things to do.
Better not fucking tell
The
him.
best she can do.
Oh, God.
So, Naomi,
Can I-
Farah
can I
needs to
roll-
roll sense motive.
Oh, since
I can imagine Crystal actually
Yeah.
saying that.
Can I do a counter diplomacy?
Yeah, can't you?
Yes, you can do a
counter-diplomacy?
counter diplomacy if you want.
Convince Farah to do it.
That'd be
No, you'd be
convincing
convincing
Crystal.
Crystal.
Oh no.
So, as Crystal, you just try to give them the firm stare of how like you feel about this situation. Naomi, what's your counterpoint?
Well, it was, as I said, like, he's a married man. He would know. He would have really great advice.
And insight into the situation.
Crystal wouldn't say anything. She would just sigh and look away.
Farah gives Naomi a thumbs up.
So, veteran,
Yeah?
Crystal needs some, how would you say, romantic insight?
Oh, is this about that guy she likes?
Yeah.
He knows.
I don't like him.
She did talk about it earlier. They went on a walk on the beach and everything.
They did.
It's pretty much first base.
First base?
Oh my
Don't worry about it, don't worry about it.
Well, she's having issues knowing where she stands in it. She thinks she doesn't like him, but we think she may. Let's say you're the guy in this position. If you give someone your brother's bracelet as a going away present to bring back, quote unquote, and want to go on the walk on a beach with Crystal, how would you think you would feel about Crystal if you were him?
Probably liked him quite a lot. That'd be an important heirloom to give away. And, I mean, a walk on the beach is. I mean, is there a more of a cliche way to say I love you?
Farah just like opens her mouth with a smile looking towards Crystal.
And I mean, don't get me wrong. Some people like the entire coyness kind of thing, but sounds like he's pretty direct. I think he's probably kind of person that'd like a yes or no.
Wait, so did he say anything to you during the walk?
That's right.
Like what?
Did he confess to you? Did he say anything along the lines of, Crystal, I want to be yours, blah, blah, blah.
No, he didn't say anything like that.
At least they're not that cliche.
He seemed really shy about the whole thing.
Oh, he sounds cute.
Probably never been out of anyone before.
She kind of mumbles this part. He did call me pretty.
Naomi, who has super hearing, no I'm kidding, she
Farah, that has super hearing, just like scribbles a big heart on one page.
Venom does not have super hearing. Is it good enough?
I would say for a mumbled under her breath, no.
What was that?
She just writes in bold, he said she was pretty.
Aw, that's so cute.
Yeah, that's definitely a first step. I mean, that's basically how I hit it off with Rico.
It's around this time. The tarp would open up again, because Yaji, you noticed that Vedran wasn't out and walking about, keeping an eye on this side. As you look into the
You walk
tarp.
into Naomi going in the middle of a song, Crystal and Cat sitting in a tree.
God damn it. Got to this now.
Crystal is just has her head in her hands, just like, please stop.
Yeah, Venom's smirking.
Are you there, Andrew?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
They were talking, so I was letting them go. Yeah, Yaji was worried at first, but you'll see his emotion then turns a little bit more irritable. And was like, well, I'm glad nothing's wrong, but shouldn't we be making camp soon?
Maybe. It's not something you should be talking to me or anyone in here about.
Why is everyone in here instead of being out on watch then?
Farah kind of just rubs the back of her head and holds up the... Can you read? Yeah, you can read. Holds up the...
Fuck you! I'm one of the most magical people in this place.
You're not wrong.
Can baby boy read? Can he read his little picture book?
It's funny. Actually, hold on. Yeah, he's literally the most intelligent person in the
I'm
group.
aware. I know he is.
So,
I love how he just screamed it. You.
as she holds up the sign and saying, "Sorry, that was my fault."
It's all right. So which card is the missing now?
She would be within the second.
Yeah, probably near the front.
Because I swore earlier, like out of character, like that she said she was going to be in the third one.
No, the third one is just where the important load is.
Okay.
It's where all the supplies are.
Well, I'm going to go talk to her, see what her plans are for resting.
Alright. Watch has been fine, yeah?
Which has been what?
Watch has been fine, yeah?
Watch has been
The
fine?
watch has been fine, yeah?
Thank you.
Yeah, the watch has been fine, yeah.
So
Bedroom
far,
clips
I
small.
haven't seen anything out.
Alright. I mean, I didn't notice anything, but I mean, like I told them, I don't really know what I'm looking for.
Anything that's suspicious?
Yeah, that's kind of the problem. I don't really know what's suspicious here.
Well,
Well,
in a forest like this, I would assume people.
I mean, yeah, I know obvious ones, but I'm not exactly gonna be noticing any trampled undergrowth for the time being. Know what I mean?
I suppose. You should probably just keep your eye out on any bigger creatures.
Yeah, I've been trying.
And then, Yaji will look at both Crystal and Naomi. And so we should probably get back to keeping on watch.
Okay.
Crystal will nod.
And Farah would hold up a sign and say, "You have a very good night, Mr. Yaji."
And you too, Farah?
She would nod.
Then you too, Farah. As he'll leave, letting the tarp just close in behind him.
Farah would vigorously write down, "He's so intense."
Yeah, suppose some people are just like that. Oh yeah. First time I met him was really awkward. He seemed a bit down in the dumps, so I asked him if I could help him with anything, and he started dropping really personal problems on me. I don't really know what to do.
What kind of personal problems?
Hey, if he hasn't shared it with everyone, I'm not one to say.
That's fair.
I understand.
Do you know much about him? Farah would ask Crystal.
I know what he's told the group. Isn't really much.
What happened? Hold on. Let me think back, making sure time events were correct. No, Farrah doesn't know about Joshua, so never mind.
Who?
Joshua.
Shut up. That wasn't even canon.
Ah,
I'm a half demon now.
Who?
But yeah, as you say that, she would just give a nod. So, well, he seems to be at least level-headed, though really intense.
I guess he's dealing with some personal issues at the moment.
Is there something wrong with Adze? He's been very down since last I saw him.
There have been some things that have happened. There have been some things that happened recently.
Yeah, he's been dealing with a lot of problems of his own.
Like, writing privately between the girls.
Oh, I didn't get to be involved. Okay.
I don't want to be rude, but does Adze and Yaji look familiar? Or similar?
Naomi doesn't say anything as she just kind of looks away.
Crystal just bites her lip and looks away as well.
Well, am I not allowed to be involved in this conversation?
Are you gonna actually try and look?
I mean, like, yeah, he'd be doing like little leaning things, but like purposely
He's
not
very
trying
tall.
hard enough that it's like hard to stop him from seeing it.
Parrot look at you and write down. It is a personal question.
Okay. That's alright, I guess.
You're sweet and all, but I doubt you want to know everything about what's going on with my body, right?
Oh my god.
I think you just choked Adze to death.
Suppose not.
She would just give
Yes,
a
I'll
soft
definitely
smile.
leave that to you.
Before writing, it's like, but go ahead and leave before big angry guy comes out and yells at you guys again.
Alright.
Okay, well,
Hopefully it will
I'll
stop
see you
soon enough.
later.
Hopefully he figures out when we can stop so we can chat more.
Naomi nods.
And she gives you a hug.
And she hugs her back.
Crystal would nod at Farrah. See you later then.
And Vera would hold your hands and just squeeze them meaningfully. It's like, take care.
You as well.
And she would just turn to Vedran and just smile and wave bye.
We'd nod back and give a little wave while exiting.
Mhm.
Of course, he probably really has to stoop low to get out.
I mean, you were probably crouching in there the whole time.
Oh yeah, probably. But
You're like stupid tall.
that's very rude, but yes.
So it's around this time while
You don't need a point.
the tarp is just like opening and closing from you guys moving. Eventually it opens, closes, opens, and on the last time it opens, the scene shows the front of the caravan as it's moving. Adze, currently just on a swivel, beginning to walk backwards, looking back at the caravan. It's been about 6 or so hours since you guys left, and fatigue starting to set in as you look towards Akko and Kite, who are just sitting there stoically, letting the slight overcast like hit against them and being like unperturbed by it. As you give
Can I
off,
do it? Go on.
go ahead.
Can I just do like a quick spot and listen checks? Again, I can't access my thing, so I have to ask you. And I can't talk about this typing, so I have to actually say it. Sorry. Okay.
As far as you can see, nothing looks to be an issue with the immediate area, and as far as you can hear, there's some playful laughs in the distance, but overall, the slight overcast hitting the sea, the ocean crashing against the sand, and the wind blowing trees, nothing out of the ordinary.
Okay. Go on.
Well, that's just it. That's what you've been doing, so what do you do?
Well, if nothing seems to be out of the ordinary, since fatigue is coming in, I'd start heading back closer to the caravan.
So, you'd be moving closer as Akko. You watch as Adze comes back. Moving closer to the Garnox, but giving it a nice wide berth not to get trampled before coming to the side of you.
How's things holding up? He'd ask as soon as Atsa gets close to him.
Nothing big, nothing dangerous I can hear or see. Seems to be getting late. You think we're gonna stop for camp in a little bit?
As he asks that, he'd look over to Kite to assert whether they're going to do this or not. Like he's letting her basically control direction for the most part. So it's like, what do you think? Should we stop in a bit or a while longer?
Well, there was a certain point where I was supposed to stop. I don't believe we're gonna reach that point anytime soon. Why, are you all getting tired?
A little bit of fatigue, yeah.
I don't think it's a good idea to have everybody exhausted. We should probably make a quick stop.
As you say that, she just looks to be looking for the answers in the area around her before eventually just coming to a consensus as Kite nods. Alright, we'll set up a ring and start up a camp. Let the others know.
Alright, I'll head to the back.
Kite would give you a
Say
nod.
and actually do. Start heading to the middle caravan.
It's around this time you notice all of them kind of hop out, and approaching you is Yaji.
I stop.
No, good grief.
Gotta get over this, man.
This is not gonna end well anytime soon.
I sigh and and keep going forward.
Ooh.
As just head forward, not looking at him. I try to, walk to go and walk right past him, saying, "We're gonna start for camp soon." And as he keeps walking forward.
Like as he'll begin to walk past Yaji will look he'll look a bit disappointed. Say that's good. We need to rest.
As he doesn't say anything, as he keeps walking, tell other people.
Oh god, this hurts.
As you stand
So,
there,
else do I
Aze
see?
seems to continue to walk away. Do you do or say anything?
Wait,
I
who's
know.
being talked to? I'm confused.
Yeah.
Okay.
But Yaji will turn around. It's like, you think we can talk a bit more tonight?
As it just keeps walking.
Oh my god. You gotta talk about your problems, man.
So who else do I see? Okay, sorry.
Well, given how Adzi is now picking up his pace, walking away, Yaji will just be even more distraught, and she'll turn back around and just start heading back to the second caravan, where Kite was. Then the second one,
Okay.
because that's the one who I wanted to talk to begin with. I gotta write this shit down. Keep changing.
You did write it down, actually. So, since you were kind of right in front of it at the time that as they walk past you, you jump onto the second wagon and poke your head through, well, it's no real knocking phase, so. On the inside, you can see the boss currently laying down on a cot, a scroll held up in front of them, as they seem to be reading it in a casual manner with the gentle rock of the wagon, as their head would peek towards the entrance that you made, and just look at you with a smile. Yes?
It's starting to get very late. I was wondering when you plan to make rest.
I leave that choice to my navigator.
That'd be Kite, I take it.
You would take correctly.
Yaji will,
But since you're
Give
here,
her-
come in.
as he'll get in.
Uh-oh.
She would roll up the scroll and put it to the side of her cot before leaning up and fixing up her dress and making sure there's no creases. Sit there and just give you a smile and gesture to a stool that's on the wall on the other end.
I'll go towards the stool and sit on it as best as I can. And with a puzzled expression, he'll ask, what's the matter?
Are you a witch?
Are you?
I used to be the one to kill them. Her
Why would
eyebrow
you
would
ask?
kind of gesture towards the floating spirit behind you.
If you're talking about him, he follows me willingly.
And it's one of those wood protectors then.
You've met some?
I've encountered a couple. Though you had me a little worried at first. Thought I might have had to stick someone on a pyre, especially when I quit the order.
Which ones have you seen?
Oh, plenty. In my career, you go around seeing a lot of things that you may or may not have wanted to see. But you look to have an honest face, so I'll trust you.
You've given me no reason to doubt you yet.
Nor you. At least now. Does it have a name?
I've never given it a proper name. My clan used to be full of them.
Full of them.
Yes.
Very interesting.
We prided ourselves on being a tribe of only the woven's kind.
And yet you're here by yourself. Or is that young boy one of yours as well? Though his looks more foxen in kind than woven.
Yeah, she will look down, trying to get rid of whatever emotions on his face.
Bluff.
Oh. You could
How
hear.
about, yeah, she knows.
Yeah, you tried to hide the emotions as they would raise a brow. I'm assuming this is a sensitive subject.
It is.
Well, sensitivity aside, messing with spirits can be a very, how can I say, tenuous issue. Especially for people like me, where normally those that have things like your friend floating around you normally leads to panic and chaos. So, you can understand why my curiosity was spiked.
Yes, but aren't particularly those kinds usually the ones that have them bound to them?
You'd be surprised how particularly crafty these witches can be. There was actually a witch once who thought that she was safe because she had a spirit ally and a slave. She made very good kindle.
Kindle?
Burning. It's the only thing that can ensure that those tainted with ruin can be dead for sure.
I mean, if they're mutants, I do have some things for them. But not too much for ruin.
Well, it's good to know that we see eye to eye on that part then. They would stand up.
How tall is this inside?
It's about 6 feet worth of headroom.
Okay.
So yeah, you have to bend forward.
Yeah.
Let's see about if we can go ahead and set up camp then. Which, around this point, as they would hold up the tarp to let the boss know that they planned to take camp, as you see the scene with her standing in front of Yaji, who's just sitting in a chair.
Hey, Moulin, looks at her. We're about to stop soon. Just to let you know.
What a coincidence.
How so?
We were just talking about needing to stop.
Oh. I'll leave
I
you
would-
to it then, as he leaves.
I was gonna say I only need a little bit of time, and I can provide shelter for everyone here.
I'm sure we can make a ring and it should be fine. You don't need to put that strain on yourself.
It will strain me not. I merely just ask the forest to help protect us.
She would raise her brow. Obviously, the not understanding what you're getting at.
Just give me an hour. I'll show you how a campment is truly made.
Giving a amused smirk, she nods like, then an hour you have.
Yaji will smile and he'll puff out his chest, looking towards Aze as he just moves past him.
And with that, as the flap closes, the scene darkens. And with that, we're going to take our first break. So, thank you guys for watching. We're going to take a quick 15-minute break. And it's time to stand up, use the restroom, get something to eat. And we'll be back within that time. So, see you guys soon. Peace.
Boy.
I desperately need to eat. I'm so freaking hungry.
Everyone